Welcome to Dreadlock Dog TV. My name is McKenna, and today I'll be narrating this video. Today we're meeting three beautiful dogs, two beagles called Ned and Lulu, and a small fluffy dog called Walter. Ned and Lulu, the beagles, are barking constantly when they go for a walk. All three dogs are pulling far too hard on the leash. Walks have become exhausting, frustrating, and very embarrassing because of the loud barking and howling as they drag their human along.
Oh, look at the little shih tzu. Oh.
And that's Walter.
That's Lulu, Ned, and Walter.
Oh, who's the oldest?
Walter, yeah.
And how old is he? About 9, 10?
Yeah, 10. Ned is 3, isn't he? 3 this month. And then we don't know with her, maybe 6 or 7 or something.
I've never seen a beagle with a cut off tail.
Yeah. No, we didn't do that. Obviously. I feel like putting a sign on her. We didn't do this.
see when they start to shake, you got that doing in here. Sorry. Don't mind me, I'm old. The shakes like that's all it needs to work.
Oh, okay.
And when the dog shakes, the sword is willing to communicate over stuff. What's that up there? What is it? Where is it? Where is it?
I don't know if you want to change them or not. I don't know. That's the only way we can see.
Oh, and we have the prize.
Yes.
That was a trapeze act.
And that's what he's
10
doing.
out of 10.
All around the house at the moment and everything.
And so my response to that would have to simply be,
But I do that. Okay.
do the old Celtic thing. Come on, you lot. I'm going to talk to you. Come on.
Okay.
I want to see if I... You said that they were kind of nervous as well, huh?
Yeah,
Anxious.
in particular him, but I think they've all learned bad habits from each other. She reacts to any dog, he always has, but Walter's always reacted
Can
to
you
any
hang
dog.
here a minute?
Yeah.
Because I have to... No, I'll take these. I have to see what they're doing real
sure.
time, and I want to know
Yeah.
if Walter here decides to show us back. How did you know, let you... back in the more. Come on, you lad. Come on. Now, Walter, we have to have a chat about this. Walter's like the only one doing the look sack. The beagles are mad in the old smell, and I don't mind doing it in a minute. I want to see how they react with other people. Come on, you lot, you're not doing that. Look at that guy, he's standing on the thing, look.
Yeah.
Wow. My goodness, look at that. Look at that, dog. You won't see that every day. Oh, God.
So Dad, just try to keep your voice down a little bit as well.
All right, so. That's the wonderful thing about dogs. They never really know where they're going. You're thinking, what are you hurrying for? Where are you going for? No, Walter, you're not doing way over there. Walk on you. Out of me way. Up out of me way. Up. I'm not getting any hurry near the water. He seems quite happy to stumble along, as you say, as you might have found. Hey. No, leave, you're not touching that. Then it's kind of like the same ritual. You're not allowed to do anything I don't want you to do. Beagles naturally sniffs around, huh? Let me give him a little break up around this corner here. Come on, you lot.
Do you ever have friendly people come up and pat your dogs in the park? If they greet the dogs first, the dogs win huge amounts of points because they're being treated as more important than you. You'll see here that two friendly teenagers walked up and greeted the dogs and gave them pats.
You get out of the car 100 miles an hour. What's hard? So? Very well, thank you. Thank you. very much. They just got to learn to slow down a bit. You know, they're on full revs.
The points the dogs just won from the kind strangers sent their point scores soaring. Now their adrenaline taps really begin to turn on. A sure sign your dog's adrenaline tap is turning on is that it will start to whine. Here's Lulu at the first stages of whining. This quickly develops into a full-blown beagle bark. This shows when her adrenaline tap is blasting lots of adrenaline into her body.
Okay, we've sat him down for a couple of minutes. Hush, yes, hush, hush, hush. Come on,
Can you hear how penetrating that bark is? That was to disorientate foxes to make them not think, but just run. So how do we stop the dogs winning points so they won't pull on the leash or do that loud barking? Let's go through each challenge one by one. Dogs can win big points by standing on your toes.
see how quickly he responds, look. I think these beagles got terrier in them, which makes them smart. Leave. Leave it. Go. Go. Leave it. Leave it. Good boy. Back. 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 Leave it. Leave it. Come here. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it.
However, I'd prefer to see more body shakes and Ned's head turning away from any poles or me. These calming signals would calm him down more than the sit. But for now, Ned doing any calming signal at all, like that sit, is better than nothing. Well done, Ned. Lulu has a favourite way of winning points, and it's to zigzag in front of you as a way of blocking you and veering you off course. Notice how Lulu here is zigzagging up the path in front of me. This is called blocking. It wins her lots of points. You're not seeing it all the time, but she tried it right at the start of the walk and when she thinks I'm not noticing. If your dog zigzags, never make the mistake of hesitating or detouring around the dog. Instead, always raise your chin and just march or shuffle through the dog as though it doesn't exist. Remember to keep your chin raised, have bored energy and sleepy eyes, or you can make the dog walk backwards away from you. This will win you lots of points. Keep making the dog walk backwards from you in a straight line. You can walk into or shuffle into the dog. Let's see this in action.
Relaxing. Going to do back. 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 Stay. Stay. Come. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Come around. Come on. Leave it. 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 No, back around. No, that's not doing no good. Back. Leave it. 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 Now let's see what you've learned there. Can we come along now?
No.
Come on. Leave it. Leave it. Boy. 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 Leave it. Leave it. Good boy. Good boy. Clever boy. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. It's kind of good having Eddie here.
Here's another way 3 dogs are winning a lot of points on the walk. If your dog keeps pulling you to a halt to sniff and make you wait and wait, they win 300 points. The more they make you wait, the more points they win. They win even more points if they pull behind you. To stop this challenge, I would again make the dog walk backwards from you in a straight line for about 10 steps or so until you feel the dog give in. If you have a very dominant dog, you may need to keep pausing with your chin up. Then walk the dog backwards for periods of time until you feel less resistance. It's very important that you walk the dog backwards in a straight line. If the dog gets to turn or veer, you don't win back the points. If you're having trouble walking your dog backwards, it means you haven't earned enough points yet. I'll have special videos for you. If you'd like to know more details about how to walk your dog backwards, I have a special video just on this called the walk-in method. My daughter Casey explains it in great detail.
Points off you again, so back, 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 back. So you did it really well just then, so I'm gonna...
However, the biggest way these dogs have been winning points is by dragging their humans over to a pole with great strength. Dogs can win 300 points pulling you to a pole or tree or bush. If they really pull hard, they can win even more points. Just use the walk-in method for this as well. Step in front of the dog and smoothly walk it backwards away from the pole with your chin raised and sleepy eyes. But the best way is to bump the dog when it even looks at the pole before it even steps towards it. To finish off, I'd like to show you what the dogs are like for their owners when they go out in public. We are heading back towards their humans, so they are getting excited and that is turning on their adrenaline tap, so they start to bark. Making the situation worse are some dogs behind a fence across the road. They are barking and this makes our 3 dogs really release more adrenaline. Here we go.
Whoa, back, 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 back. Come to me, come to me. Whoa, whoa, back, go back, go back, go back. I'm not sure where I'm going. This is all to confuse them. You can't do 2 things at once. You can't bark and do this. So back, 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 back when you hear that. Back, back, back. That shuts them up straight away, doesn't it? As you can see, it's merely taking issue. Back, Walter, back. Am I really show?
Yeah, it's really loud.
Oh, there you go. Well, I think that might be also.
I know all this bumping and walking backwards and winning points looks extremely boring and messy. But it is so worth it. Just 5 minutes after doing this with the dogs, we can walk them right up to someone's yard where some dogs are barking and the dogs will remain calm. Watch this.
You can do that, but you're not allowed to bark. Okay. The dogs tend to bark a lot, and they tend to bark at everything around them. And so, back, back, back. I preempt them. And by asking them to go backwards, I'm telling them to see the ground that this is not your fight. And there's no fight to be had here. And I won't even take little whinges back. So I want them all turning their back away from that dog. Back, back. Good boy, good girl. Now I've got control of them, There's another dog backing there. We're not going to stay long because it's rude, but just to show you, okay, that's how we stop these dogs from barking when they hear another dog. Clip the leash on them, in the house, in the backyard, on the walk, in the car, doesn't matter. Once you get them to seed ground, then little fellas will stop yapping. Now, we've been here about 20 seconds, and I think they've shown that they're willing and able to do the right thing. So we're going to walk them back up. Come on. Well done, well done.
Remember, the only reason why I get such fast results in under 20 minutes is because I haven't lost any points to these dogs before. Your dogs may have won hundreds of thousands of points against you, so they won't hand over the leadership of a situation straight away. If you have an aggressive dog, do not use this method. Why? Your dog has won far too many points for you to act this dominantly. I'll have different videos for you.